Hello and welcome. My name is Erin and I'm a member of church here at Life Central. I'm also a mental health nurse and I'm here today to talk a little bit round about low mood and depression. We as a church at Life Central recognise that we are whole beings, that we are made up of many parts, and that part of that is our mental health, and we are really signed up to ensuring we're doing all we can as church to speak into the area of mental health and to ensure that we're doing everything we can to support you in supporting your own mental health. So we're going to look a little bit at low mood today, and then really just how that can often slide into a place of depression when we're not able to get the help that we need. Low mood can look different for everybody, and it's really crucial at the outset that I just explain that if at any time you're feeling very low and that's not usual for you, you should seek help, and we'll talk about how to get help in a minute. But often during the lockdown, in particular during the COVID pandemic, life has looked very different. Our routines have looked different, the way in which we connect with people has looked different, and for many of us it's made us feel quite flat, and it's made us feel really disconnected at times, but for others it's had a more significant impact. It's actually changed the way that we feel. It's changed how life looks to us on a daily basis. It's impacted on sleep. We're either sleeping too much or we're not sleeping enough. We're either waking up in the middle of the night or we're finding it very difficult to drop off to sleep. It may actually be that our appetite has recently been affected, so we might not be feeling hungry, we might really need to push ourselves to eat, or we might be overeating, we might be comfort eating and not feeling well within ourselves. It may actually be that we've not got the attention span that we used to have. It may be that small things are irritating us, and that can be really difficult if you're at home locked down with a family, but actually what is small irritations and what is feeling agitated in myself? It may be that there's no sense of peace, and these things in themselves as individual things aren't always indicative of a mental health problem, but actually where 2 or 3 or 4 gather, that can be really quite significant. So I really just want to look at today that if you are connecting with anything that I'm saying today, round about our sleeping, round about our appetite, round about our thoughts, you need to know that it's okay to actually tell someone, and it's okay to actually speak into that, because where we bring light, the darkness trembles. We know that from so many of our amazing worship songs and passages in the Bible. So round about low mood and depression, we've talked about the 5 ways of well-being. So there are some things we can do for ourselves to help us with our mental health. We can connect, we can try and stay active, we can try and learn, we can give, and we can try and be present. But at times that isn't always enough. At times we can do as much as we can for ourselves and still not feel that we're able to 100% live life to the full and to thrive. And in those moments, it is really important that we do actually visit our GP, that we do actually speak out to someone and get some help. Now, for anybody who's been to the GP round about a throat infection or round about indigestion, I really want to just completely give you reassurance that speaking to your GP about mental health is no harder than it is speaking about some of our physical symptoms. We often build up and feel really worried about speaking about our mental health. We have some fantastic GPs within our church who will tell you the same. GPs want to talk about mental health. They want to know how you're doing within your whole self. And when you go to the GP, they will ask you some questions about some of the stuff we've spoken about today. So about your sleep, about your appetite, about how you are within yourself and your concentration. The GP will speak to you particularly about different organisations that can help. Often when we feel very low, it can be really good to talk. We've got our support care network in church, but there is also lots of organisations that do offer some talking therapy, which can be really beneficial. And do you know what? Jesus is for talking therapy. Sometimes it may be that the GP actually says, I think we actually need to look at some medication here. And I would really encourage you, particularly if you feel anxious about medication, perhaps you're sitting here today and you're taking some medication for your mental health. Please do not feel anxious. Jesus gave us doctors, he gave us these people who develop medications to be able to help us be able to live life to the full and to be able to thrive. So maybe that's what your GP suggests, or it may be that your GP actually suggests that you just keep an eye on things, but do not hesitate contacting your GP if you do feel that things are spiralling and that you're not feeling yourself. Please also speak to your Connect group leaders. If you're not in a Connect group, please do get signed up, get in touch with us. We will link you in and we will make sure that you are absolutely supported during this time. And also outside of your GP and your Connect group leader, speak with your family, maybe share the wellness plan that we've encouraged you to develop with them so that they can support you round about that wellness plan. If at any time you feel so low that you feel that you're not able to keep yourself safe or that things have got really extreme and you do not feel like yourself, please seek medical help. You can call 111. You can visit your GP, or if it's out of hours, you can go to a walk-in centre, or you can even visit A&E. There are professionals everywhere that are willing to speak to you about your mental health. We as church want to talk about mental health. Mental health is part of who you are, and Jesus designed you with a purpose and plan. That doesn't mean it's always easy, and that doesn't mean that as Christians that we live a life free of poor mental health. So please do know that in this season we are for you. We want to support you within this. We want you to support yourself. We want you to get support from the GP, and we want you to have support from our church family and our Connect groups. Please speak out, connect, get active, learn something new, give, be present, but above all, ensure you're taking the best care you can of yourself. And if you need help in a moment, please do reach out and get it. Take care.